Carabao Cup coming up, of course. Tomorrow it's Liverpool against West Ham. Fixture which finished 5-1 to the Reds in the same competition last season. West Ham had a difficult start, haven't they? Julian Lopetegui side beaten again at the weekend by 3-0 against Chelsea. But he believes that improvement will come.
The only thing that I feel now is that this group of players and this group, they are going to improve a lot. They have a lot of time in the league to improve and to do better, but it's true that we have to change a little thing, little detail that they are key in football, elite football. And the first is to don't concede and to be more consistent.
I'm going to ask a question from Andrew, who's a West Ham fan here, Stuart. He said, keen to hear Stuart's thoughts about Lopetegui's playing style. It's totally reliant on possession-based football, moving in triangles, which is outdated and easy to disrupt through the middle. Pellegrini, take 2. Anything in that?
I think if you've got a good group of players, which I believe West Ham have got a very good group of players, it will take a little while for him to implement his style of play and how he wants. There was a lot talked about the style of play against Chelsea, leaving themselves open and sort of one-on-one scenarios and mismatches in certain areas that were costly to them. I think some of the recruitment's been very good. That's my opinion. But time will tell on that. When you look at West Ham's team on paper, you got, Pagueta and Kudos and Jarrod and whatever. There's got a real strike force up there that can get goals. I think they're shipping too many cheap goals at the moment, potentially. But I think in time there'll be improvement, without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I look at some of the signings, and like you, I mean, some eye-catching signings. I thought there, Somerville was an obvious eye-catching signing, Wan-Bissaka as well, but they barely managed to get Nicholas Füllkrug on the pitch so far. Jean-Claude Todibo, the French international centre-half, has played for 7 minutes so far. Luis Guillaume, £20-odd million, hasn't kicked a ball for them so far. So does that suggest that one or two are having difficulty settling in?
Potentially. I think settling in, especially to the Premier League. You're talking a couple of the names you mentioned there are Premier League players or know what it's about to play in this country. But if you come from abroad to play in the Premier League, the pace of it takes people by surprise, I think, and it's not an easy place to settle. And if you want an example of that, probably Thierry Henry. When he first came, he wasn't the impact player. He certainly turned into be one of the best players, if not that's ever graced the Premier League.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's an advantage or a disadvantage, but 6 games in all competitions so far this season. They haven't played outside of London yet. I mean, tough home games. The others have all been local derbies, so you can look at it in 2 ways. Local derbies, very feisty affairs, but equally, you've got more time to prep because there's no travel involved.
Yeah, well, there could be that with it. I think first game of the season, you've seen how well Villa has started the season. Villa are a very good side and ended up going down there and winning. So, and listen,
their home games have been really, really tough.
Yeah. And it gets tougher. They've got Liverpool away, on Wednesday, which is a brilliant game that we're covering. So looking forward to that one. But I've got no doubt that he'll turn things around and start to improve the results.
Well, Danny Murphy joined Danny Kelly and Darren Lewis on kickoff last night. He said he simply couldn't understand West Ham's setup in that defeat to Chelsea.
I think, and you said it earlier, Dan, and we said it on Saturday, sometimes players are to blame. Sometimes it's both. This one was a 90% manager blame because he set them up in a way they weren't comfortable with. It didn't look like they knew what they were doing. Sometimes it looks like a lack of effort. It's not. It's a complete lack of understanding of what they were trying to do. It was one of the most bizarre things I've seen this season. Probably last as well.
03717 223344. Let's take a quick call from a West Ham fan. It's Mark. Morning, Mark.
Morning, Jeff. Morning, Stuart. How are you doing, guys?
Yeah, good. What you got to say, Mark?
So, I just wanted to talk about the weekend. Look, it was a terrible performance, terrible scoreline. There's no really dressing that up. But to try and take a few positives that I saw, I've managed to cobble a couple together. So, firstly, on J-Lo, I just thought his in-game management was quite refreshing to see. He made a change after 30, 35 minutes. I think one of the biggest criticisms of Moyes was his lack or inability or willingness to make subs early enough. So it's quite nice to see him trying to affect the game in a positive way. I thought Somerville was a bright spark in the first half. He had some moments. Should have had a pen, like you said. Could have got that. Could have changed the game. So that was good to see. And finally, on us, and we have had some tough games, especially at home. I think next two home league games are Brentford and Ipswich. So if we can get kind of a minimum 4 points out of those, start seeing improvement in our identity, style of play, stop leaking and looking so flaky at the back, I think we'll all be a bit less doom and gloom.
And it's good to hear positives, Mark. There's no doubt about that. But what did you make of him? You mentioned Somerville, and then he took him off after 50-odd minutes. What did you make of that?
I was trying to stay on a positive vibe, Jeff. But
Sorry.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, I wasn't pleased to see that. I think that was I think he put Cresswell on in his place or something as well. So that was kind of a bit confusing. I think at that point maybe he went into his shell and was just trying to protect the 3-0 loss for some reason, or I don't know. It was a bit bizarre, but hopefully he gets more game time. We start to see it. And I just wanted to say as well, Jeff, lastly, one hammer who did perform incredibly well this weekend was Billy Horschel winning the BMW.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least Billy put a fist in.
I think as well, when you look at West Ham, the changeover, Soufal's been Souček, Antonio, they've been sort of regulars in the team for a long, long time, and there's a lot of changes coming, new players coming in, and just getting to know each other slightly,
Yeah, absolutely, Stuart. I think, you summed it up perfectly. I think we just need to give it some time. I think, as I say, there's a couple of big games, Brentford, Ipswich. I'd like to think we can get something out of those games and put in some really good performances. It's not such a hard run. So I think time will tell on that one. On Liverpool, by the way, I think that's a pass for J-Lo. It always is when we draw them at Anfield, to be honest. I think we hope for the best, but rarely get much from that one. So, I'm not so positive on tomorrow night.
Mark, thanks for your call. Nice to hear some positivity, though. Let's hear from Mike, who's another West Ham fan. Morning, Mike.
Morning, guys. Morning, Stuart.
Morning, Mike.
Are you feeling positive as well about West Ham?
No, not really, to be fair. I've seen no improvement from last season. I didn't really want Moyes to go because I think the better the devil you know rather than the one you don't. I don't think Lopetegui's style of football is particularly sort of as a positive for West Ham. I get that we've got 9 new players, whatever, and they've got to take time to gel. But the way we're playing at the moment, we're going to be bottom of the league. And when you're looking up, it's a lot more difficult than when you're looking down. And I just don't take any positives. I mean, the Palace game, Kilman was fantastic. All the other games, we've just given schoolboy goals away. And at that level, you get punished. And I just don't see... I don't know where Bowen's gone. He seems to have disappeared. So does Kudus. I don't see any positives. And as for Liverpool tomorrow night, well, I think most West Ham fans would agree that we're probably going out of the cup tomorrow night up there. We got Brentford the weekend. We don't ever seem to really perform against them over recent seasons. So really, it looks like we've got to beat Ipswich. But I don't know. On last season, we were where we were. I think we probably could have performed better in some games. I do blame Moisey for probably putting out a not so attack-minded side because of that. But I think all in all, he's a better manager than what we've got now. And my boss is a big Wolves fan, and he said, you're not going to get on with him. So I think he's going to be proved right. So,
Mike,
no.
All doom and gloom, but thank you very much indeed for the call.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.